Hello, I'm Haley Hennihan with Littlesleepersanddreamers.com, and I am your pediatric sleep consultant. Did you realize that your child's sleep environment plays a big role in sleep training? That's right. It is so easy to brush it aside or think of it as not that important when setting up their room, but it really is. It can make or break success of sleep training. In this video, I'll go over just how to set up your little one's room so that they can be on their way to successful sleep training. I first wanted to talk about co-sleeping. As tempting as it is, you never know what could go wrong. You don't want to be that parent waking up frantically in the night, tossing pillows and blankets, trying to find your sweet little one. It just isn't worth the risk. So make sure that your child has their own sleep space, whether it's a bassinet or a crib, but away from you so that an accident cannot happen. Although you shouldn't be co-sleeping, you still can room share. In fact, AAP, the American Academy of Pediatrics, recommends that you room share for at least 6 months and encourages up to a year. You can still have your little one close to you, but keeping them safe as well. So let's talk about their crib. Now that you know they should have their own crib or bassinet, let's make sure that their crib is set up safely for their sleep. So the first thing is you want to make sure that there is nothing in their crib. I know it is very common for parents to put cute little stuffed animals or pillows or any kind of little decor in the crib or even bumpers. Anything in the crib should not be there. Up until age 1, babies should have absolutely nothing in their cribs with them. You never know when an accident could happen. So make sure that their cribs are empty, and that includes positioners, things like dock-tots or rolled towels, anything to prop them a certain way. You want to make sure that that is not in their crib. They should be sleeping on a tightly fitted sheet on a flat mattress, and that is it. That is the best and ideal situation for your little one. When your child reaches a year old, you can give them a blanket as well as a cuddle buddy, a little stuffed animal or something they can snuggle with. They are old enough to be able to sleep with an item in their crib. When they're 18 months, go ahead and give them another snuggle buddy. Then they have 2. And then when they are 2 years old, you can give them a pillow. That is all that they need in their crib. While more cuddle buddies after age 2 is not necessarily a safety hazard, it takes away the idea of going to sleep. You don't want them to think that going in their crib is time for play. So really limit the cuddle buddies to 2. If they have more than one, let them have options. Okay, tonight, which 2 are you going to choose? That will not only keep a lot of cuddle buddies out of their crib, but will also give them that power to have control over this situation as they choose which ones they would like to sleep with. You also don't want to have a mobile around. Now, while it might be cute and nice to have, again, the purpose of a crib is for sleeping, not playing. So go ahead, take it, move it over to the changing table. That is a perfect spot for it because that's where you want them to be distracted as you change their diapers so they're not rolling all around. And lastly, if you have a crib climber, check out this video right here as to how to keep your child safely in their crib. Now, if your child is over age 3 and you have made that transition to a bed from a crib, You want to make sure that their room is very safe. You want to think of their room as a big crib. So make sure you mount furniture to the wall. Take out that rocking chair that could pinch them. Take out toys because, again, it's time for sleep. You don't want them getting up and playing with toys. You want them laying down and going to sleep. You also want to make sure that they are not able to get out of their room to roam the house. So putting a baby gate at the door or a door monkey that can keep them in their room is a great idea. Now you might say, well, what if my child is potty trained and needs to go to the bathroom? What you can do is put a small little potty right in their room. That way they are able to get out of bed and use the potty without getting out of their room and roaming the house while you are sleeping. Remember, we want them to be safe most of all. Again, you want to make sure that they only have 2 cuddle buddies. This is a time for sleeping and not playing. So before they climb into bed each night, have them choose which 2 would you like to sleep with tonight and let them have that control. Now that we talked about their sleep space, let's talk about the rest of the room. Now you want to make sure that their room is dark. And I mean really, really dark. You want to do everything you can to block out any artificial and natural light, because what it does is it stops your child's body from creating melatonin. Melatonin is what makes them fall asleep and stay asleep. In fact, the #1 cause of early morning wake-ups is because their room lets too much sun in and it wakes them up. So to check how to make sure your child's room is dark enough, go into their room, shut off the lights, close the door, close any curtains, get it dark, and then let your eyes adjust. After your eyes have adjusted, you will hold up your hand and look at it. If you can see your hand, it's not dark enough. You will want to make it even darker. You also want to be sure that you are giving them a white noise machine. Now, white noise has so many benefits. For the real little babies, it helps them to get comfort because it is a familiar sound, as they are used to that whooshing noise from being inside of the womb. It is very comforting to them, and it will actually help them fall asleep than being in complete silence. For the older child, it will help to block out any excess noise. You don't want the truck coming down the street or the TV that you have on in the living room waking them up. So having a white noise machine will help them to not hear any noises that could wake them up. If your house is especially noisy, you can even put an additional sound machine in the hallway to block out even more noise. You also want to pay attention to the temperature of their room. This is something that commonly gets overlooked. Their room should be between 68 to 72 degrees. Babies can get overheated when sleeping, so you want to make sure that you have them in a cool environment. If you want to make sure that they are warm enough, go ahead and put them in a swaddle or a sleep sack so that they have that additional coverage, but they don't need anything more than an additional layer to what you would use at night. Another great option is to put on a fan that will circulate the air in the room. Now just be sure that the fan is not blowing directly on them. The next thing you want to pay attention to is lighting. You want to make sure you have a small lamp. You want that lamp to be on at bedtime routine. This will help calm their bodies and signal to them that sleep is coming. So having the bright lights off and just a little lamp on is a great indicator for sleep coming. Now, if you have an older child and you're thinking, you told me to put them in a completely dark room, but they're scared of the dark. They're not going to go to sleep. What should I do? You can give them a salt lamp. A salt lamp has a very dim red light that will not be intrusive to their sleep. So get a salt lamp that has a dimmer, set it to the lowest notch, and have it in their room. And that light will give them enough light to be able to see, but also not be too intrusive to their sleep. The key factor of this is to wait until they tell you they are scared of the dark. Don't just introduce the salt lamp right away. Wait till they want that light. So have it on hand and be ready when they are asking for it. The last aspect I want to talk about is monitors. Now, it is great that we have the option to hear and even see our babies as they are sleeping, but we want to make sure that we are intentional about where we place them. You don't want to be setting it on the edge of the crib or inside the crib or have the cord anywhere that the child can reach, because that's how accidents happen. So secure it to the wall, keep that cord away so that they are not able to get in contact with that monitor. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have any additional questions about what you should be doing to set up your child's room, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And if you are ready to sleep train, you're ready to jump in and get your child sleeping 11 to 12 hours every night, go ahead and email me at littlesleepersanddreamers@gmail.com. I would love to connect with you and get you started on your child's sleep training journey. Don't forget to like this video by hitting the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the alert bell as more videos will be coming your way. I'll see you in the next one. Sweet dreams.